My entire life, I did everything that I could do to avoid jails and prisons. Everything. Every day, I still do the same thing. We live in a time where if you pay attention to social media, if you pay attention to the news, it's a very interesting time in America. When I had an opportunity to start teaching, I never thought that I'd be in a jail or a prison. But the opportunity presented itself, and I said, if I really want to try to help people that I know in my community, that's a place that I need to be. Because as we all know, the people that I represent are the most overrepresented population in jails and prisons, period. So I knew that I could be relevant in that environment. So I went to the job interview. They pretty much gave me the job on site without really looking at my qualifications, but I was qualified as well. I had a difficult time mentally trying to move into the jail setting because, as I said, I tried to avoid jails and prisons my entire life. So when we actually had to start teaching, they gave me an option to actually teach at a facility that was slightly outside of the jail walls. So the men were brought outside the jail, then they were put up in this little annex area. And so I taught there for a few months before I was actually ready to go inside the jail. Because just the idea of like stepping inside that, hearing a door close and knowing that you're locked in that facility. Like you can't get out unless somebody's pushing a button for you. So it's a super highly controlled environment. But when I felt like I was ready to do that, I did that, and that was a transition, and I've been inside those walls ever since. And it's an important place for us to be because the challenges that the men and the women face, it's a matter of life and death. I can't tell you how many times I've had a student that I felt we've made progress with while they were in the school, but then in a matter of a couple weeks or a few months, I see a headline or some blurb on the news that says that this person is no longer with us. And as you heard in the piece, many of the men and the women that I encounter, they have families, they have children. And so it's imperative for us to find a way to try to interrupt this. So that's just some general context for my experience and what I see when I'm in there. Now, when it comes to dealing with my students, what I feel has been one of the most effective things in terms of like relating a story is consistency is extremely important. So being able to provide a very high quality educational experience in an environment that is not about valuing people. Like if we're really honest, and not trying to knock the prison industrial complex, but there are a lot of things that we can do about that. But jails and prisons are not about establishing the humanity of people. It's about trying to whittle that away as much as possible.